My name's Mark Brandon and I would describe myself as a polar oceanographer, but during my career I spent a lot of time working with the BBC and broadcast companies, very interested in talking about science with the public. That led me to even more to think about how can I talk to more people about what's going on in the polar regions. Meeting people face to face, coming on a ship like this is an amazing opportunity to do that. My role at the moment on this ship is I'm a Zodiac driver and naturalist. So one of the things I do is simply drive the Zodiacs from the ship to the shore with passengers on board. But the other thing that we actually do is interpret. I spent several years in Antarctica, for example. When I go to the Antarctic with Noble Caledonia, I've worked on ice and how it's formed and things like that. It basically explains to people what they're seeing. As part of my career, I've had the good fortune to work with broadcast companies, and I was actually the lead academic on the very first Frozen Planet series, which was 7 one-hour episodes, and I was lucky enough to go to the North Pole with Sir David Attenborough. I was working with the BBC team about the things that we should be filming and how to tell a story about how the polar regions work. And what I'll be doing on this ship is talking to our passengers on board about that story and the science that goes into making programs like Frozen Planet, Blue Planet 2 and Frozen Planet 2. One of the great things about working on those sorts of broadcast projects is when you look at what they're showing on the TV screen, it sounds a bit pretentious, but the way it sort of makes you feel in your heart is why I wanted to go to the polar regions in the first place. And so to be involved in an expedition like this, you might think it's just a tourism holiday, but it's really changing the way people understand our planet, the Arctic, the wildlife. For me, it's only ever going to be ships around this size. These ships with Noble Caledonia are 100 passengers, which is the perfect size, which means we get to lots of great places we never could. The sorts of passengers that these attract are different. They want to be in environments like this. We're all about the environment, the expeditioning, the changes every day. And we work with local guides, we work with local companies. That is putting money into the local communities. The Arctic in particular, a lot of the communities are very marginal and they rely on that source of income. Tourism is a big deal, and responsible travel from people who care about the environment is really important.